The Nintendo Switch is officially out in the wild, but I was just told this information that there was a really big margin. It's just kind of like... What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, and today we're going to be talking about, as you would guess, the Nintendo Switch has broken its street date of March the 3rd, just under a month early. Now, I'm going to be trying to avoid some Nintendo copyright claims, so I'm going to have it playing right here. If this video does get taken down, I'm going to re-upload it with a different message right here, and we're just going to keep on rolling. But the footage that is showing off the Nintendo Switch after it has been unboxed, and pretty much the entire setup process, does include, your language selection, your Wi-Fi setup, all of the stuff that you would expect, and then we get an in-depth look at the UI itself, which does include news, shop, the album where you would store like screenshots and gameplay and stuff like that, controller synchronization settings, as well as more in-depth settings. Now, these settings that go a little bit more in-depth do show off what TV capabilities are available. This guy has it hooked up to a TV that is capable of 480p, or perhaps he is just using the handheld portion of the Switch at the time of his recording, but it does show where you can change the resolution of the device on the television when it's with the dock, and also a couple of bells and whistles with the audio and things along those lines. Pretty much standard stuff that you would expect from a new generation console. Not that it's like breaking any boundaries, but it's just what you would expect. So a couple of things right out of the box that really stand out to me. There are two themes available for you to choose from. One is basic white, one is basic black. As you can imagine, the basic white is very bright. The basic black a little bit darker for better low contrast settings, such as if you're playing Nintendo Switch at 2 a.m. trying to grind out some Zelda. Another thing worth mentioning, this is a 32GB system, or a 32GB system as I like to put it, because there are actually 25.9GB of usable space on the system itself, which is less than your standard average iPhone. A little bit disappointing. However, it is expandable up to 2 terabytes depending on the size of the micro SD XC card that you get. And let's be real here, you are going to need another SD card. Make no mistake about it, you might as well go ahead and buy it now, because I'm sure they're going to be in shortage, especially the big ones. You need a lot of space if you're planning on really getting your money's worth out of the Switch. With this leak, there is no actual gameplay, which is very unfortunate, because a lot of people like myself are wanting to see that sweet Puyo Puyo Tetris. Just kidding, everyone wants to see The Legend of Zelda. That being said, the guy was very cool about everything. He said this was not an intentional leak whatsoever. He says, "It isn't like I grabbed it off the back of the truck or anything. I just happened to get lucky because an unnamed store decided to ship early for whatever reason." Now let me ask you this. If you're a guy sitting in a storeroom and you're trying to figure out what you can clear out a little bit early, you can make somebody's day, and you pick up the Nintendo Switch and you think, this isn't that important. I might as well go ahead and get rid of this. How disconnected from society do you have to be? The freaking thing was on Jimmy Fallon and you don't think it's important? So there you guys have it. That about wraps it up for me today. If you want to get your hands on a Switch, it officially comes out on March the 3rd for $300, and I will link the official website down below if you didn't know about it already, which I would be surprised of, because it's been pretty much the talk of the town, so to speak, over the course of the past couple of months. But I do hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to go look into some more gameplay of Switch stuff that I haven't seen before. I will talk to you soon. Peace.